Do you know that angels are ministering spirits that obey the instructions of God in the mouth of a man? In Hebrews 1 verse 14, using the NLT version, it says, angels are spirits sent to care for those who will inherit the salvation of God. And now, these spirit beings excel in strength, hearkening to the voice of God. And how do they obey or hear the voice of God? A man of God says, the words in the mouth of a man is a sword of the spirit, and the weapon of God's spirit is the mouth of a man. Angels excel, hearkening and listening to the words that proceeds from the mouth of a man that carries the word inside of him. And to possess this possession, you have to be in the atmosphere of the word. A man of God has themed today, Sunday, ministering spirit. A lot of people are gathered here to encounter the angels of God, to encounter the deliverance that comes from God, to encounter the awakening power of the resurrection. And today's encounter in the service was not just an ordinary one. A man of God has given us the edifying word of the Spirit about the teachings of angels. You see the ministrations of power, a lot of prophecy were given, people fell under the unction, people were delivered, people were healed, and that is a power of word. And you know, a man of God also said something very striking. He said the strength of your angel is according to the revelation you give. And he also said the lifespan of your angel is according to the revelation you give. You see, angels are excelling by the words you release. Speak for the word of God from your mouth. You see how angels will work for you. Another thing a man of God said in today's service, he said that angels are there for you, sent for you by God to minister to you. They are not there to minister to anybody but for you. They are spirit beings that work for you because you are a child of God and because you are identified by the grace. And now today's service, a man of God has given us the teaching, he has given us the understanding, and he has taught us on how to activate our angels by the words of the Spirit. And now begin to speak to that situation around you. Begin to speak to that circumstances that have been holding you down. Angels are sent by Prophet Elyon to minister for you, to minister grace, to minister light, and to minister your deliverance.
Angels grow and angels function maximally at the level of our growth. That understanding and more was what our dear man of God, Prophet Elyon, gave us today in the service. Ministering spirits, angels to the man of God, Prophet Elyon. It was a service of power as usual. People had encounters and they saw angels, and he gave us an understanding of who angels are. And he said, swift wind, swift wind. There was a period in the course of the service where he told us to place our two fingers on our eyes, that I wanted to open the eyes of people to have encounters with angels. And he did that, and a young guy came out afterwards and testified of the encounter he had, that he saw a very big mighty being. The being forcefully breathed on him, and the force with which that being, obviously an angelic being, the force at which it blew on him, that force pushed him physically in the service. He had an encounter where the being released the breath of power, but physically that breath pushed him. And he said, just like what Papa said, Prophet Elyon said, he said the being had like a wind in his mouth. He said like it was covered with cloud. Another young lady had an encounter where she, at the point where she was giving the encounter, she could not even explain what she saw vividly. She just said it was a smoky garment, that the being was very huge, very big, had a smoky garment on, and the face didn't have a face. She said it was like the face of waterfall, the face of water, fire, the face of smoke. And Prophet said something. He said he would have shown us from the scriptures if it wasn't for the sake of time. Another young lady, he called her out and he told her, come, have you had an encounter before? The young lady said no, and he said, come, let me send you to your village. You can imagine that, being in a life service and the man of God call you out to pray for you, said they want to send you to your village in the realms of the Spirit. That's how anointed, how multi-graced Prophet Elyon is. Brought the young lady out, released the power of God, boom, she passed out. She was sleeping for up to 30 minutes. The prophet told her something, that I'm going to send you on an errand to your village. I'm going to send someone with you. He said, don't be scared. She woke up after some time, which it was even the prophet that woke her up, called her forth, called her back, and she gave a testimony how she went to her village, and at the entrance of her village she saw, like in the encounter now, she saw chains like crossed like this, and the being that was with her, obviously the ministry spirit, the angel that was with her, said this is a change of is a stagnation, and he said break the chain. The angel was instructing her. She broke the chain. They went into the building, and she said the entrance of her mother's room, she saw another chain. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Just a man of God laid hands on someone, sent her on an errand in the realm of a spirit, and she said the being instructed her again to break the chains. She broke the chain, entered the mom's room in the encounter, and started sweeping out different things. After that, the being took her to the back of her house and told her, gave her something like a cutlass, and told her start digging. Physically in the encounter, she said she couldn't see anything on the floor, but the being said, don't worry, keep digging. She dug, and then she brought her something like a calabash, something like a pot, and inside she was seeing things that were tied. She was trying to ask the being a question. They said there was no need for, the being told her there was no need for question. When I say being, that's obviously the ministering spirit, the angels. He said there's no need for question, just untie whatever that was inside the calabash, which she did. And then she said there was a shrine in front of her house. The being took her to the front of her house again, and there's a shrine. I said even till now in her house, like physically in reality in her house, there is a shrine in front of her house, and the being told her to enter into the, of course she was scared. She said that was the first time in the realm of the spirit that she was entering that shrine. Like in reality, she had not entered a shrine in her family house before. The being took her into the shrine, and she saw her brother tied, and she was trying to ask questions, and the being told her there is no need for questions, just do what I told you to do. And she started pulling down things in the shrine. In the encounter, started pulling down things. She pulled it, and when she turned towards her right, behold, her brother was set free. That was deliverance. That was emancipation. That was like translating someone, bringing someone out of the dominion of darkness, the shackles of the enemy, and bringing them into light. That was what happened at the service, and even more, just by a man that has the authority to command in the realm of a spirit, and that man is Prophet Elyon. Listen, ministering spirits are real, angels are real, spirit beings are real. The prophet said something. He said if he opens your eyes to some, when you see them in your encounter, you run away because of the kind of garment and their description. The description we see, like the young lady that testified, she could not even describe vividly what she saw. The service was once again the service of power. Like I will always say, if you've not connected to this great man of God, Prophet Elyon, right now as you're watching this video, from wherever you are, anywhere in the world, get on your phones, go to Facebook, Prophet Elyon on Facebook. He has about 11,000 followers. We have a lot of people that are trying to impersonate him, but the real page has 11,000 followers. Follow Prophet Elyon. Turn on your notification. On Twitter at Prophet_Elyon. On YouTube, Prophet Elyon. And on Instagram, Prophet Elyon. We want to take out this opportunity also to invite you, like our prophet said something, say join in the Tuesday and the Thursday service. Tuesday service is healing, miracles and deliverance service, and the prophet said he's going to continue the teaching and the release of power. He said something. He said it's not just to teach, it's not theoretical ministry spirit. You demonstrate the power. It's going to be doing more the Tuesday service. So wherever you are, turn on your notification on all social media platforms and join our Tuesday live service on Zoom. The Zoom ID will be displayed right now on your screen. Join the live service on Tuesday from 5 p.m. West African time, and on Thursday at the same time, 5 p.m. West African time. Listen, just one word from the man of God, Prophet Elyon, is all you need to change that situation and whatever it is that is stopping you. This Elohim Covenant of Grace Christian Center, a place of satisfaction, will bring love from our dear man of God, Prophet Elyon. Thank you for joining us. Peace.